Well, welcome to the show.
This is our view from the bench.
Welcome back, Benchwarmers. Today, we are going to be discussing 3 stories that involve people who are or were at the top of their game. Names like Tiger Woods, LeBron James, and Johnny Manziel. Hey, I'm Brendan, gone like John Ross's last bit of significance.
And I'm Corey, part of Russell Wilson's cap hit, and this is our view from the bench.
Before we get started on anything, though, if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never, ever miss any one of the new episodes.
Also, if you could do us a favor and smash that like button if you like what you see.
Smash it. It's free. It's free.
It definitely is. It is free. And before we get too excited and started, we're going to start on a somber note. Obviously, over the weekend, there was the reports that NFL insider Chris Mortensen passed away at the age of 72 on Sunday. And we just wanted to acknowledge what a great man he was as far as covering sports and kind of changed the world. He was really the first insider in any sport, let alone the NFL, and kind of dropping all the news and was kind of the one who started it all, especially Adam Schefter's kind of career.
I was about to say he walked so Adam Schefter could run, is what you're saying, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Gotcha. Rest in peace. It was announced on Sunday, I believe it was, that he passed because of actually, it wasn't known. He had originally been diagnosed, I apologize, with throat cancer, stage 4, back in 2016. He was apparently able to beat it and return to ESPN, but then later left, citing that he was going to focus on his health and his family. So, condolences to those who knew him, friends, family as well. And rest in peace, Chris. You will be missed.
Will be for sure.
Moving on to some of the stories that we've got today. We're going to start off with Tiger Woods. There's some news going around. Tiger Woods, obviously, GOAT golfer. I mean, depending on who you ask and depending on the era you're in, it's either him or Jack Nicklaus. So to me, it's Tiger. But he actually has been recently selected to receive the Bob Jones Award, which I learned is actually the highest honor from the United States Golf Association. It actually recognizes his commitment to both sportsmanship and respect for golf's traditions. I thought this was kind of cool, kind of like a lifetime achievement award, I guess you could say.
Yeah, definitely. And it's hard not to argue. Obviously, when you hear him getting an award, I'm sure the first thing people think are like, he hasn't even been good in a while, or he hasn't, had the best off the course situation in the last few years. But if you're just talking about the game and what he's brought to it and how he's helped grow it, I mean, before he was a player, me and you as kids, I'm sure didn't watch very much golf. But once Tiger was on part of the world, everybody was watching golf, and it has exploded in popularity because of him and what he was able to do to the game.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Honestly, I didn't really care about golf in the sense that my stepdad did like golf. He still likes golf, so I would be around it. But Tiger changed the game. My favorite color is red, and just the fact that he wears red on Sundays, the blood of his victims is what it's for, was kind of enticing enough. So it was pretty exciting, pretty lifetime achievement award, like I said, for Tiger. But the president of the United States, or the CEO of the United States Golf Association, the USGA, Mike Wan, went on to basically say a handful of things. He said, "This award goes beyond playing performance, recognizing the lasting impact of one person's journey that has forever changed the image and growth of golf. There are very few who stand alongside Tiger Woods in terms of on-course accomplishments, and is a class of his own when it comes to the impact he has made on the game and future generations who will play it." And I mean, that was really nicely written, but I couldn't agree any more with every word that he said.
Yeah, and the fact that he started out as an amateur at such a young age, went to Stanford and played there, and then was able to get onto the PGA Tour so young and to dominate for as long as he did. I mean, 18 majors, right, in his career? That's insane to think about.
15. The record's 18. Jack Nicklaus has 18.
But think about the playing field and how good all the golfers are these days compared to when Jack was playing. I mean, it was a completely different game and much smaller scale. Now we're talking about it. It's all over the place. The 4 days. I mean, ESPN covers the Masters for 2 days on Thursday and Friday before CBS takes it over for the weekend. It is a huge ordeal. The sport has grown immensely since he's been there. This award has been given out since 1955. There are some previous winners that are kind of noteworthy that include Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, of course, as well. Bing Crosby, Bob Hope, George H.W. Bush, Annika Sorenstam, and Barbara Nicklaus, which actually makes Jack and her the first and only husband and wife to win the award in its history.
Nice. Well, I mean, goat Nicholas. I guess if anybody's gonna be in, it's gonna be his wife too. So, I like that. That's pretty good. It's an esteemed list. That's for sure. You gotta earn it to kind of be up there.
Hell yeah! And they did note that Woods will be honored June 12th during the U.S. Open at Pinehurst Number Two in North Carolina. So there's going to be a big old event for the weekend. I'm sure it'll be probably one of the most popular events that weekend on TV. Which I guess June 12th, the only thing that's going on is baseball, which I know you and I watch, but not everybody else does.
Yeah, true. No, this is definitely going to be popping. That's for sure. U.S. Open is always big. It's one of the four majors that happen in the golf calendar year. So it's definitely going to be a big show. And I mean, Tiger Woods. I mean, I don't know where he's at right now, technically with his playing, but he might even be playing in it. So
I would
they're
hope
going to
so.
award him, and then he's going to go tee off. So I think that'd be pretty cool. He did make a small statement on it. Just to kind of note. I mean, he'll probably have like a nice little speech for the ceremony, but a small statement that he put out was Bob Jones was a pillar of our game because of the integrity with which he played it, and I'm truly humbled to receive the award that bears his name and join the many who have received it before me who continue his legacy. It's a nice thing to say, basically, but uh, kind of a little bit of an expansion of why he got the reward of the award. Sorry, obviously his on course stuff is unrivaled almost, and I'll get into some crazy stats in a second, but he kind of talks about it's all about the off course too, and there's some charity. I know there's some information that we have here where there's some charitable endeavors that he's like really a part of too. Man, you want to tell us about those?
Yeah, so back in 1996 with his father, Earl, who was around at that time, they founded the TGR Foundation, which provides opportunity to help change the trajectories of students' lives through access to college and career preparation courses, along with the STEM-based experimental, oh wow, I cannot speak, experiential learning via the TGR Learning Lab, which obviously STEM is the way that kids learn how to do math and English when they're in the school. And I mean, coming from his background, his mom was, I believe, part Thai and part Chinese, if I remember correctly. I know she was from over
I
in
know
Vietnam
Asian.
with
I
his
don't remember
dad.
exactly where. Yeah.
I know his dad was a military guy. I met her overseas when he was on tour. So just being able to have he's different backgrounds obviously blended in with his dad being African American as well, and just wanting to help multiple communities and kids get a better opportunity moving forward.
Yeah, so it's not just that he's goaded on the course. This is almost 20 years running now, dude. I'm sorry, almost 30 years
I
running,
was gonna
right?
say, yeah,
20.
probably
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah, shoot, man, I can't count.
Or
I
old
just
man.
assume that everything happened only 10, 15 years ago because I'm trying to fight off,
Yeah,
what is age.
yeah.
But I mean, either way,
Yes.
honestly, it's just a nice little award for Tiger. We wanted to give him props and kind of discuss a little bit about it and just kind of like I said, that lifetime achievement award is something that he has 100% earned. And I have a couple stats here to kind of show you the dominance in which Tiger Woods played in. Um, I'm going to start off with the first one being rankings. Obviously, maybe not everybody knows, but the PGA, the Professional Golf Association, has a ranking of all the golfers in the world based on obviously results on the course. It's an honor, obviously, to even be on the list, but to be ranked number one is, in of itself, the best. It's like being ranked the best in the top AP poll, except it means a lot more because it's for the entire freaking world.
Well, that and it's
Um,
an individual person, not even a team.
true, true, very true. There's 683 weeks. It's a weekly award because obviously they have tournaments and stuff most of the time each weekend. Some bigger than others. Not everybody participates in every single one, but each weekend they redo it. He spent 683 weeks as the world number one golf, which is the most all time. The next four players with the most weeks in the top spot are Greg Norman. We had 331, Dustin Johnson 135, Rory McIlroy 116, and Nick Faldo 97. If you add all of them, they're still four shy of Tiger Woods
Oh my
at
lord.
679.
That's
Yeah,
like some Gretzky numbers, like just so
he basically
far and
is.
far ahead.
Yeah, he basically is that way. You want to read the next one?
Yeah, so in his career, he played in 373 PGA events, missed a total of 35 cuts, which is insane. Placed top 10 199 times, winning 82 times, and 15 majors, as we mentioned earlier, which is the second most in the history of the sport.
That is nuts. He's overly dominant. As I was putting some of this together, some of the we could literally be here for about 20 minutes just going over Tiger Woods stats.
Yeah.
I tried to bring some of the ones that kind of show the levels of dominance, like what we're talking about. 373 PGA Tour, and you missed 35 cuts. That is unreal.
Less
Unreal.
than 10%. That's pretty good.
For 12 years, for a 12-year period from 1997 to 2009, there were 52 players in the world with 100 or more rounds in a major championship, rounds of golf, right? In that 12-year span. Tiger Woods' cumulative score of that group of 52 was a minus 134. Now, for those of you who don't know golf, minus is good. The more minus you get, the better. The more plus you get, the worse. The next closest person, very well known, lefty, Phil Mickelson, was at a plus 99. Yes, yes. He was 233 strokes above the second closest person in majors over a 12-year period of time for those who qualified.
Wow.
Dominance. Dominance. You want to read the next one?
Yeah. The fact that every other player in that group that you mentioned as well was 275 plus shots behind him. Again, it's like Gretzky status in the sport of golf. He's just so far ahead of everybody else. Another note is Scotty Scheffler, who had a scoring average of 68.63 during the 22-23 season, would have been good for 7th place all time. The six people ahead of him in that record book are all Tiger Woods. It starts with the best of 67.79 done twice in 2000 and 2007. But it's just there's
So
no
Tiger,
arguing
then
he's the
Tiger.
best.
Tiger, and then Scotty Scheffler. Got it. Okay.
And
Wow,
yes, we're not
fantastic.
skipping on the video or the audio you're listening to. Brennan meant to say that many times in a row.
You did hear Tiger 6 times, yeah. All right, we got two more that we kind of show the dominance here. This one might be one of my favorites. If Tiger Woods only played for 2 years of his entire career, let's just take the years 1999 and 2000. Obviously, I'm being very specific because of he did well.
Yeah.
But just 2 years of his career, he would have 17 total PGA wins and 4 major titles. That's already a better career in 2 years than Dustin Johnson, who's very popular right now, Jordan Spieth, who's also extremely popular right now, and Justin Thomas, who has recently won a major or two. There's also more career majors in the 2 years than well-known players like Fred Couples, Jim Furyk, and Davis Love III. Huge names, and it took 2 years to match their entire career output.
See, this is that time where I feel like as us growing up, this is when golf really exploded because every weekend, especially if it was a major, I remember going. My dad, and my mom would be next door at our neighbor's house, and we'd all go over there. And the thing we'd have on the TV we were all watching was golf and seeing if Tiger could win another tournament and close it out on a Sunday. Like before that, I don't think we ever watched golf as a family, as a group outing or anything. It was always just like my dad would have it on while he was working around the house or something. But the fact that it became must-see TV on a Sunday afternoon completely changed the way the game was looked at.
That's actually a really good phrase to put it because it might get overused and, everything might be must-see, especially in the 2024 era where you just have to watch everything. But he truly was. That's a great phrase. He truly was must-watch because not only was he winning, he was dominating. I think the average, I know we're going to go on a stat, but I think the average stroke won in majors by, oh my gosh, I have to scroll up because I forgot his name. Jack Nicklaus, who has 18, was just over 2. So he won by about 2 strokes, which is a win. A win's a win. I believe Tiger Woods is close in majors only, is close to 5 strokes above second place. So he's basically leaving. He could not play an entire hole, or he could play an extra hole, I guess is what I should say, and probably be around the same shot total for the round. Wow. Yeah, he's so dominant. So dominant. We have one more. Go for it.
Okay. Win percentage by outright 54 hole leader, which is after the 3 first rounds going into Sunday. The PGA Tour in 2022 was 41.4%, and the last 10 seasons prior was 42. Tiger Woods in his career was 95.7, 44 out of 46. So it's almost like it's like the third quarter going into the fourth quarter in the NBA. If you have a lead after that third round, Tiger pretty much is basically guaranteed to cinch it on Sunday. That's why he always wore the red on Sunday. He was going out there to kill it.
He had to. And that, like I said, it was just one of those things like, Tiger's wearing red. Yeah, okay. He's killing it. He's out there killing it. He's so good. It's really fun to see his son, Charlie, start to kind of get into it. I'm hoping he gives him a lot better pointers about taking care of his back on those
Yeah.
swings and stuff. Try to get that but he's got to call Tom, get that pliability and flexibility training in because
Call
Tom,
LeBron too.
again,
Whoever you got to call to get him in there, man.
yeah. So it'd be super exciting. It's kind of cool to kind of see his son, see where he could possibly go. Got some big shoes to fill. I'm hoping people aren't going to be holding him to that caliber, but you know how they do it. We talked about in a previous episode how people are doing it for LeBron James and Bronny. So
Yep.
it's definitely going to happen, but it is what it
I
is.
mean, at least he didn't name him Tiger Woods Jr. or anything. I know that's not his name,
True.
but at least he doesn't go by Tiger Woods Jr. or anything like that. There's a little less pressure now. Woods as the last name doesn't help, but also though I
Yeah.
did see a thing recently that Charlie and him played like a duo thing together, and they did a post game like presser after. And Charlie was asked about how he thought their round was, and he said, "Well, I hit more fairways." And then he said, "Our putting sucked though." And then Tiger was like, "That pretty much sums it up. I don't got anything else to add."
He kind of did it. Yeah. So yeah, he just knows the game. I think he's like 15 years old. Dude's insane.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
awesome. Well, that wraps it up here for Tiger Woods. Make sure that you check out the other 2 videos in this current series we have on top athletes, where LeBron James surpasses 40,000 points,
That's
and Johnny
funny.
Manziel really stiff arms the Heisman Society. Thank you for seeing things from our view from the bench. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Corey. Like we always say, enjoy the sports until we talk again.
Peace.
This was a Sycamore Fourth Studios production.